couple of weeks ago we got a call from one of our HUHA community members, and they had gone into Uncle Bill's bargain barn and seen rows and rows of these sort of hung on a shelf. So what they are is they're essentially a prong collar, but they're made out of plastic, and they were for sale for $7.50. These people called us, and I guess straight away we could see there was something that A, shouldn't be for sale in New Zealand or at all, and actually shouldn't even really be manufactured. So we wrote to Uncle Bill's and said, hey, I'm not sure if you realise what it is you've got on your shelf, but these are prong collars, and they're designed to hurt dogs and to control them. And so we asked them if they'd consider taking them down. They came back to us good 3 or 4 days later, and we were actually pleasantly surprised. They'd agreed to never stock them again. In their letter that they wrote to us, they acknowledged that they were harmful to dogs and could cause pain in some situations, but they also felt that it was people's choice to buy them if they wanted to. So the compromise they came up with was that they would never ever stock them again or anything like this, but they weren't prepared to take down the collars that they did have in stock. So I talked to the HUHA team, and we decided, they may say it's people's right to choose, but the animals don't get a choice in this at all. I mean, this is just downright nasty. So we decided that we would find a way to get these prong collars off the shelf, and in the end we actually just ended up buying them. It cost us about $2,500, and we drove to the stores around Wellington. We had a volunteer go to the store in New Plymouth. There was a store in Palmerston North, another volunteer went to, and then Jim and I drove to Masterton, Hawke's Bay, and then up to Rotorua and back again in one day. And along the way we ended up collecting 347 of these collars. So they're off the shelves, which is fantastic. But not only that, social media picked up on our journey, so it meant that as we went, people were educated. They understood why we don't like them and why they're not okay. We've seen dogs that have worn prong collars, we've rescued them, we've brought them into the shelter, and actually people who have said to us, why would you spend $2,500 picking these things off the shelf? It costs us about $2,500 to rehabilitate one damaged dog. So for us, we didn't just rehabilitate one damaged dog, we actually prevented 347 dogs from becoming damaged. So for us it was an investment well worth making. So we're really grateful that we got these off the shelves, and now we're just trying to decide what to do with them. Maybe we'll have them melted down and turned into something that we can use for a fundraiser for HUHA, but whatever it is we do with them from now on, they'll never hurt another animal again. So that's pretty cool.